Angsana. A-N-G-S-A-N-A, Angsana. So why we call them insect trees? Because we planted them fully grown. And from time to time we can cut and trim. And this is how we design the landscape. Because for us to plant a young tree, it has to grow down. Now as we're approaching the bridge in front of us, now this bridge known as Benjamin Henry Sheares Bridge, named after the second president of Singapore, Dr. Benjamin Henry Sheares. It's about 20 meters high. Now since independence we have few presidents in our country. The first president was Mr. Yusuf Ishaq, he's a Malay. Second president Dr. Benjamin Henry Sheares, he's Mauritian. The third president Mr. Wee Kim Wee, is a Peranakan. The fourth president is an Indian, Mr. Sibidevan Nair. The fifth president is a Chinese, Mr. Ong Teng Cheong. And the president number 6 now, another Indian, Mr. S.R. Nathan. Right, for those of you sleeping, just wake up a bit, look to your left. Our latest icon, known as Marina Barrage, can separate the sea water and the river to your left. Now this river used to be part of the main harbor. Today we converted into our 15 reservoir. So this sea water in Yemen, in future we process it into our drinking water. Then to your left you can see the pedal for the Formula 1 Grand Prix area. And yesterday we just have the, what call it, the Qingyu Parade, due to the Chinese New Year festival. Yeah, tonight is part of the workshop will be later day after. Now the big wheel to your left, that's the Singapore Flyer, about 165 meters above sea level. The same owner that built Eyes of London. Now to your left you'll see the skyline of the financial center and the original shoreline gives you right. And from here you can see our national icon, the white statues with the water spring out from the mouth, known as Merlion. It's between mermaid and lion, they symbolize a young seaport, a young nation. Here to the right we also have the floating stadium, which was introduced 2 years ago. This is where we held our National Day celebration, the countdown of the New Year, and also some of the other activities. Approaching to right in Yemen is the new city, the new downtown, we call it Marina Bay. This will be the biggest. At present we are building this, what call it the mega project, Marina Bay Sand Integrated Resort. So the 3 buildings you right is part of the hotel, 55 stories. On top they join up to build a garden, we call it the Sky Park. And on the other side there will be the convention center and also the casino. It will be ready by this year, and most probably maybe middle of the year we can open it to public. Last week actually, on 14th February, we have soft opening of another casino in the island Sentosa, resort. So this is the future city, where it will be part of the residential areas, commercial, businesses, and recreational. It's been built on a reclamation. Reclamation was done in the 70s by a Japanese company known as Kobayashi Gumi, where part of the land we get it from the small field and partly being brought from Batam Island. And that's from the Indonesian island. So reclamation took about 10 years. In the 70s up to the 80s, and it took another 10 more years before we can build something on this property. Okay? So from here in Yemen, just imagine all the way to the airport, the expressway they are using is part of the reclaimed area. The original shoreline is your right. That was the original shoreline. To the left is part of the container port, belong to the PSA, Port of Singapore Authorities. Today we have 4 containers terminals, and this is the backbone of the economy. Okay? In other words, number 1 revenue coming from shipping, import, export. Okay? At present, there are 6 entrances throughout the whole country. which means the different cargoes can clear different ports. At any one time, you find about 900 ships in the harbor, and every few minutes, there's one ship coming in or going out from the harbor. Okay, so this is number one revenue. Second revenue coming from petroleum. Okay, we don't produce crude oil. No, we have any natural resources, but we process crude oil. At present, the price of the petrol is $1.85 per liter. Now, the third revenue coming to this area to your right, this area known as the old downtown Shanghai Bay. Now, this is part of our commercial and financial center. So you can live it quiet today. At present, there are about 500 locals and foreign institutions that provide all kind of products and services, and there's about 100 banks in the country. Now, 5 years ago, the government has introduced Islamic banking to the country, right? It's now becoming a trend in this region. And the fourth revenue coming from all of you. Thank you very much. Tourism is the fourth revenue. Some people say it's the fifth revenue. And they say the manufacturing took over from tourism. So whichever, So from the name of the roads in Germany show the influence of the colonial was here. Of course today it's a bit quiet again. Known in German for the Chinese community that came to our country. Okay? Most of them arrived from southern part of China, mainly from Guangdong and Fujian. So the first batch of them that came here were all men, and they used the Chinese jam, went through a lot of difficulties. Now upon arrival, they landed along the area in front of us known as Telok Air area. So they go to the John's house to pay tribute to the main deities known as Ma Chu Po, or goddess of the sea. Okay? As a time goes by, they build a temple known as Tian Hock King. So this is the oldest Hokkien temple, built in the year 1840, completed 1842. Now, just like any Chinese temple, you find the roof is running parallel. Okay. Why? Because Chinese believe evil spirit runs parallel. Okay. Then on top of the roof, you'll find dragon. Dragon is a symbol for the Chinese that symbolize prosperity and good luck. Now, later on, when you go into the temple, at the main entrance, you'll find the two lions, male and the female lion. So how to recognize? The simplest way for you to remember, the female lion, they have a baby calf on the feet. Then as you enter, you see the courtyard. It's where the people put the joysticks in odd numbers and even numbers. Actually, the Japanese are just symbolic things, because to the Chinese, when they pray to the living, they use odd numbers of joysticks. When they pray to the dead, they use even numbers. The most common practice, 2 and 3. Okay? Then as you enter, in the center you see the main deities, goddess of the sea. Left hand side of the main deities is god of health. Right hand side we have god of wealth. Okay? Now in front of the main deities, you find two more deities standing up. one in green body, that one in brown. So just observe the fingers where they're pointing to, either to the eyes or to the ears. A bit different, and not too close. Because why? One can see 1,000 miles, the other one can hear 1,000 miles. Okay? Now this is the Taoist temple, a region known as Taoism. So the first call themselves as Taoists. Sometimes they worship ancestors, ancestor worship. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the original shoreline just in front of the doorstep to your right, in front of the temple, that was the original shoreline. In other words, this section used to be an open sea. Okay? You have to imagine it. So remember, reclamation not only been done in the 70s, but also was done in the 19th centuries. Okay? Okay, there's no restriction inside this temple. You can put on your shoes, use your camera, video, whatever, as long as you don't disturb the worshippers.